Welcome to Game Day Live halftime show here at Revolver Brewery, Texas Live. Dallas losing 16-0. Jesse. Jesse Holley, Skywalker still here. It is a very awful first half for the Dallas Cowboys. Maybe the worst, not even maybe, absolutely the worst all year. Even worse than last week, and you got your quarterback back. But 16-0, Denver leading by 2 possessions. I thought they would try to go for a 68-yard field goal at the end of the half. But let's just kind of give our raw overall thoughts here, Jesse. How you feeling right now?
You know what? Honestly, and I get the panic, and I get everybody saying, oh, my God, oh, my God, oh, my. I feel calm.
I haven't snapped. Remember I said I'd be unhinged? I'm not feeling unhinged, oddly enough. It's weird.
Yes, the Cowboys are not playing well. Defensively, they're being gashed up front, and we knew that this team was going to try to come in and run the football. And if you give Teddy Bridgewater time, I don't care if you got Darrell Green, Deion Sanders, Rod Woodson, whoever you want, Merton Hanks, Ed Reed. If you give a quarterback in the National Football League that much time to complete passes, they're going to complete passes. So the one thing that we've seen all year, and I'm going to continue to lead on that, is this Cowboys team, whether up or down, has gone into the halftime and made the proper adjustments. I think getting Dak Prescott back in the saddle, he has some rust that he's shown with some throws in the first half that was a little bit off.
Yeah, he's been rusty.
And that offensive line, I know that we moved Steele over. It hasn't looked well. It hasn't looked good. But, again, we still have a whole half of football. We think this Cowboys football team they score 40 points a game at home. So they got some making up to do.
Yeah.
But if any offense in the league has the ability to do so, you talk about the Chiefs and maybe sometimes Green Bay and Tampa Bay, I think the Dallas Cowboys has that kind of offense that can go blow for blow with those type of other top offense in the league. So go into the halftime, make the adjustments, calm your nerves, come back out in the second half, and plug up the places where you're leaking, and then go out there and be a dominant football team like you've been all year.
I think one of those adjustments that Kellen is going to have to make offensively speaking, because we'll get to the defensive side, is giving, I almost said Terrence Steele help on that left side. Surprisingly, no Malik Reed, no Von Miller, and they're getting them. They're getting them a lot. And it could have been more than one sack. So they need to tight end, some chip in, maybe some play action that way, but they got to give him a little bit of help over there because right now, he hasn't performed like we thought he would perform on the right side. So give him some help so Dak can have more time. But, I got to give my hat tip to the Denver defense. I did not see this coming. They're flying around. They're playing hard. Vic Fangio is a very good defensive coordinator. I honestly thought this is what the Vikings were going to do last week against Cooper Rush. But Dak is rusty. In pregame show, we said Dak will come out, few possessions, I feel like it'll be rusty, but it's been every possession there's been rust, and they've been getting behind the chains. So they've got to come out on fire here. And unfortunately, it's going to start on defense. Now, the defense started to kind of get some pressure on Teddy Bridgewater in the last 2 possessions with some sacks, but what do they need to do, man? What do they need to do? And I would say it's starting with stopping the run.
It always starts at the line of scrimmage. You want to be able to be dominant at the LOS, and you want to recreate the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys, at times, when you look at what the Broncos have been able to do, they're averaging 5.6 yards a carry. Javonte Williams
100 yards.
Yeah, 96 yards rushing already on 17 carries. So you want to stop that first. And once you kind of plug that hole, I think this team can create enough pressure. You said it many a time we watching the game in the first half. Just line Randy up. Just line Micah up and let them go forward. You don't need all the stunts and all that kind of stuff. So I think making an assertive effort to stop the run, and if that means maybe bringing some more guys, then we'll do that. I haven't found a level of panic yet because I want to see what this Cowboys football team is. You're going to have some of these games when you don't come out and play well. We've had some of those games, but we've also shown that we've been able to go into halftime, make the proper adjustments, and come out in the second half. If this team is who we say they are, and we believe that they are, then they will go in and do that and come out, and you'll see a different Cowboys football team.
I think the reason why I'm not panicking, and it really isn't about just this game, it's like this feels like an anomaly to me. Like, this is bad all around. Dak, 5 for 14, 75 yards, has been sacked and pressured a ton. The running game, 45 yards total. Coop only has 2 receptions. No receptions from C.D. Lamb. 0 on 2 targets. 0 receptions for Cedric Wilson. Only 1 reception for – like, this is this just feels like an anomaly more so than this is the Dallas Cowboys. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I feel like they'll come back kind of like a 2020 season where it was ugly at points in the game and then they'll storm back. I believe they'll storm back, but you cannot allow Denver to keep getting points. If Denver goes up 23-0, 19-0, you're just going to continue to make it harder for yourself to crawl back into this game. But I kept saying it during the game. Somebody has to wake up. Wake this team up. I'm big on body language. I'm big on how are you looking, and they all look lackadaisical and sleepy out there until who was it? Number 11. Parsons got the sack.
Yeah.
When Parsons got the sack, I felt like you saw him kind of wake up and the defense maybe respond a little bit. But one of those players that I need to see you flip the switch is Trayvon Diggs. Okay, Trayvon Diggs, a couple penalties. This is back-to-back games now with the penalties. I'm not really so mad at him on that deep ball to Tim Patrick. Hell of a throw.
Yeah.
Hell of a throw. He did stop his feet on the double route, but he put himself back in position. But my goodness, great throw, but he got beat. Now we're seeing Trayvon kind of deal with some adversity the last 2 weeks. How can you respond? Because we're going to need you to respond. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to the defense coming out and making a statement on this opening drive. You need an intercept. They had an interception. Trayvon Diggs, penalty. We talked about it. Penalties and turnovers. No turnover yet. But how did the Broncos get their first touchdown? Penalty.
Right.
Can't do that.
And technically, I call not converting on 2 4th downs. They call it a turnover on downs.
Technically turnovers.
So technically, to me, that's 2 turnovers that the Cowboys have given up. And, again, they penalize themselves in critical situations where, you just can't have certain penalties. So there's a lot to clean up. There's a lot to clean up at halftime. And the good thing is you have veteran leadership. I know Zeke went out earlier in the game. I don't know if it was an apparent knee injury. He's limping around a little bit. We'll get more on that as this game goes on and come out of the halftime. But this is a veteran-led team. You have a veteran quarterback. You have a good system. You have good players. Now you got to just come back out there and put things together. They've been down before. They've been without players before. They've had to switch things around before. This isn't new to the Cowboys. No. And sometimes those things catch up with you at the most inopportune time. But this is the nature of the beast. This is football in the National Football League. When you get into the deeper part of the season, you're going to be without guys. You're going to have guys hurt. You're going to have guys injured. You're going to have guys a little bit labored. So you got to figure out a way. There is no excuses to make. You got to go out there and just play better.
We're going to need our big guys to step up. Somebody asked me about Osa. Osa was phenomenal in the first half. I thought he made a lot of big plays. And some of those runs, there was a few times where I saw Keanu Neal just peeling back for no reason, opening up a hole. They're getting some things working on the outside. So we need our defensive ends to be a little bit more disciplined. I need to see the stars step up because right now our reserve guys are having to make all the waves and the moves. I need Diggs to step up. I need to see Micah continue to play because he put it on the last few possessions. I need Randy Gregory. Let's get home, buddy. Let's get a sack, fumble. I know we're asking a lot, but that's what we need you to do.
Daylight saving times might have got him a little bit.
It must have. They were sleepwalking.
They must have sleepwalking.
It was coming out like this.
Yeah.
And I felt it because like I said, I'm a big body language energy guy, and I'm not feeling this energy.
Yeah.
And one thing I noticed, and you tweeted about, all that orange wasn't a fluke, apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently it's followed its way into AT&T Stadium, and they're challenging the Cowboys fans over there.
And the thing about the Cowboys, and this isn't new to them for guys like Zeke and Dak and all those other guys who's been around this league for a while, no matter what a team's record is, no matter what a team's situation is, no matter what a team's injury, whatever it is, teams are going to come out because you are the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
And right now that you're a successful Dallas Cowboys football team, and give you their absolute best.
That's what's happening. Look at their body language when they get a first down.
They're going to give you their absolute best. And one of the things you can't do is like playing a team in basketball. If you let them make shots, their confidence begins to gain.
Yeah.
And now everything starts going in. So for the Cowboys, you got to just shut it down. You got to be able to go out there and say, okay, guys, you had a good first half.
Yeah.
You guys made some plays. Now let the real Cowboy – can the real Cowboys please stand up? And assert yourself and say, you know what, you're 4-4 for a reason. You lost to good football teams for a reason. We put ourselves in the good football team category, so come hold this L from us as well.
And I think it starts with finding momentum. And how do you get momentum? You make plays.
Yep.
I mean, I keep saying it because no one's really making a play on either side of the ball. So you got to make a play. Starts on defense, and then if they can get the ball back to Dak, once they get momentum, I feel like it'll start flowing. But right now, the Broncos have all the confidence in the world. I mean, if I'm them, I'm going to keep coming out still. You know, I'm going to keep sending the blitz. I'm going to keep pressuring Dak. If they stay to a double-digit lead, you can't run the ball. So they're doing exactly what we were saying the Cowboys need to do to the Denver Broncos. All right, 16-0 Dallas. Let's see if they can finish this second half better than they started the game. And join us back here at the postgame show. Like I said last week, hopefully it's good. There's still time. There's still time.
There's a lot of football left, man. A ton of football left. The Cowboys just have to come out, just clean up, just clean up, just clean yourself up, and just do what it is you've been doing all year long. Minus the penalties, minus the mistakes. Make the play that you're supposed to make, and you'll find yourself, even if it's by 1 point, on the winning end of this situation.
I need this back. I need that energy back from the defense because I think the defense is going to have to wake up this team. But join us back here at Texas Live, Revolver Brewhouse, A to Z Sports, the Game Day Live post-game show presented by Freeman Mazda. Come on back, and hopefully we're not dealing with the first L post-game show in the last 6 weeks because it's been
a
pretty
while.
good. It's been pretty good.
Yeah.
So we'll get with y'all and